All right, Beer Night followers. This is the music segment of episode 10 of Beer Night, baby. And we are doing top five cover songs.
You know what's cool though is for our music segment we've got a music beer.
Oh, that is true. Deftones Ohms beer. This is the first time trying this too.
Yeah, we're not reviewing it. Maybe we should have, but maybe, we had a good beer to review.
It's a pale ale. It's an IPA. It's all right.
It's not an IPA, but it is a pale ale. That's pretty close to an IPA. Yeah. So we're big fans of the Deftones Phantom Bride.
Very good. On tap. Great. On tap, it's amazing.
It's amazing on tap.
Dangerous, too.
So this is also Belching Beaver. They have obviously a pretty good relationship with Belching Beaver. So this is our music beer for the music segment.
Yes.
It's good. I like it so far.
Top 5 cover songs.
So cover songs is an interesting category.
This is very interesting. I have a love-hate relationship with cover songs. I personally don't like to record cover songs. Hearsay.
Hearsay. I think you mean per se.
Per se.
Hearsay.
Whatever. Per se.
Hearsay.
Whatever.
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
I like to see them live, like bands who cover songs live. It's pretty fun.
It is.
I like to cover songs live. It's a lot of fun to do. Now, recording an actual song live, recording an actual cover song, you got to change it up. You have to be different. Do you? Like Trivium, Master of Puppets. Fucking no, was it?
Oh, so that was an accidental call. I totally thought it was a real call.
Yeah, I think we discussed this on me and Ryan's talking new metal music about cover songs real quick.
Like new metal, like NU metal?
No. NEW. New metal music. It's our segment. If you haven't seen it, I'm pretty sure you have. We got a lot of good views on that. We talked about cover songs a little bit.
But you can't change up Master Puppet. That's why it's not a good song to cover.
It's not. Trivium literally kept it the same, and it's like, why would I listen to that when I can actually listen to the original?
Yeah,
better.
But also, it's just not a good song to cover because what are you gonna do?
I know.
What are you gonna do?
You can't change that song.
It was kind of like so. It was you remember when like Korn covered One and stuff like that. Like they tried to change it up a little bit, but it's just like it didn't. Yeah, it's just I feel like. We're also talking about metal bands covering metal songs. I feel like it works better if you're going to be a metal band, right? You don't have to be a metal band to cover songs. No, but if you're going to be a metal band covering a song, I think it's better if you cover like a non-metal song.
That is true.
And metal it out a little bit.
Yeah. I agree with
that. Works a little bit better. I guess if you take a metal song and maybe unmetal a little bit, maybe like make it acoustic or something like that. Yeah. But then acoustic Master Puppets will work.
Whatever. Now my top 5, I had to cancel out Metallica. I just had to, because I can literally put Metallica all of my top 5. They do such a great job on.
They're a pretty great cover band. Pretty great cover band.
If you haven't never heard of Metallica, check out. They're such a great cover band.
Yeah.
Very good. I mean, freaking look at. The Am I Evil is probably number 1 of their.
Oh, dude, I totally forgot about Am I Evil. I totally forgot about Am I Evil. Good call. Good call.
Shit, huh?
No, I love that song.
Good song.
To me, it's not even a cover song. It's a Metallica song.
Yeah, to me,
it's Metallica. Hey, props to Diamond Head.
Yeah,
it is your song.
I can't listen to that song.
But to me,
I gotta listen to Metallica.
Yeah, to me, it's a Metallica song.
It is. And you got Turn the Page, which kind of fits in with that band. The Ronnie James Dio medley.
Yeah, Ronnie Rising medley is fantastic.
It's fucking fantastic. They slay that song.
Dude, it's just destroyed. My favorite part is when now we're going to get off on a little tangent here, but my favorite part is how they, at the end, they bring back the original motif, but faster.
Oh, it's good.
So awesome.
Great cover right there. Man. Good song. It's like 9 minutes long too.
Ronnie Rising medley. Listen to it. It's a tribute to Ronnie James Dio, and it's the best tribute to Ronnie James Dio you'll ever hear. It's not the obvious songs. It's not Man on the Silver Mountain. It's not Holy Diver. No. It's not obvious songs. It's more deep cuts, which is what Metallica tends to do with cover songs. And they make it great.
So what? Really good cover song. She's fucking awesome.
Stone Cold Crazy.
Stone Cold Crazy. Hello, Johnny. Yeah. Come on now. Yeah, I mean, that's why I had to cancel out Metallica in this top 5 because they literally can beat all 5. So, but shout out to Metallica. Great. They do a lot of great covers. Good stuff there. I'm going to start with number 5. Number 5. I can't say this without fucking smiling. Alien Ant Farm, Smooth Criminal. It's number 5 for me. That is literally their only hit that they had. And it's their only song that they are known for. And it's such a good cover. I love it.
I'm quitting right now.
I love it.
This is my last episode. This shit's over.
Oh,
you guys are witnessing the end of all things.
I don't give a fuck. It's my channel anyway.
Yeah. Have fun doing the show by yourself, douchebag.
Wait, really? You don't like that cover?
Fuck no.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's not awesome.
Still brings me back to the early days. I love that cover. It's good shit. He changed it from the pop stuff and he made that band that cover song. And it's their only fucking hit too, which is pretty kind of funny.
You know why? Because they're not a band worth making.
That is
so
true.
You can say it made them great.
Yeah.
They're not good.
Yeah, whatever. Still good cover. I like it. My number 4, you're gonna like this one. You're gonna love number 4.
It's all uphill from here.
Yeah, right. It is from a band called Fallen Hero Star.
Oh, I've heard of this band.
You heard of this band?
Yeah, I have heard of this band.
This guy's band right here.
It is, yeah. So this actually takes a metal song and
changes it, makes it
softens it up.
Softens it up. It's so different from the original. The original is Hell Yeah. From their first, I think there's a debut album called Star, and you guys did a good job on changing it, and it was for what's his face's wedding.
So I have a little interesting story about that. So Fallen Hero is my band, and I was the guitar player, and I actually rewrote this song. But it started out so Drew, the drummer, wanted us to do a cover of this song for his wedding. So now go and listen to this song.
You can find it on Spotify.
And then imagine it being played at someone's wedding with parents and all kinds of. It just doesn't really fit, right? So he's like, I want to do an acoustic version of this song. Mm-hmm. So I started out kind of just duplicating the chord progression of the song, but with clean electric guitars and not with the distortion and the heavy aspect. And it just wasn't working. It really just wasn't working. No. We started recording it, and he was listening to it, and he wasn't liking it, and I was kind of like, I didn't really like it either, but I was doing it just because he wanted it, and so it was like, but once he kind of said that he didn't really like it, it kind of confirmed what I had already been feeling, that I didn't really like it either. So I was like, well, fuck it. I'll just go in the studio and just come up with something.
Yeah.
And I literally just went in there and started writing different melodies and breaking up the chords and just doing different things. Yeah. And that's how it kind of came together. It was really, really on the spot and kind of just on the fly. Yeah. I got an idea. Let's play with this. I'll play with this broken chord, melody and stuff like that, and just kind of go from there. And then they came in and did the vocal harmonies and stuff like that, and it came together really well.
Yeah,
came together really well.
I like the solo too. It really stands out in that song as well. With the acoustics, it's really cool. Drew's little fucking bongo tap.
The bongos, bongos.
Other stuff.
And so the lead was, to me, was a pretty important part of the song because it kind of, like most leads, it stands out, right? Yeah. But in a slower song, I feel like the lead tends to stand out even more, right? Yeah. Because there's not as much noise going on. There's not as much frenetic kind of action going on. So listening to the lead in the original, and it's not a bad lead. I'm not going to hate it or anything, but I was just like, it just felt kind of a little vanilla, a little mundane. Yeah. So it just kind of needed something that kind of just stood out, but still flowed kind of easy. Just kind of laid back and easy, a little bluesy, but still kind of like, stood out a little bit and kind of grabbed you a little bit. And that was another thing it wasn't overly written.
Yeah.
I just kind of did a few takes and just a lot of it was improvised and it just kind of worked. It really, despite the rocky start that the song had, our version of it had a really rocky start. It just wasn't coming out together well at all. But then it just kind of came together through sheer kind of just almost creativity. Just like, let's just fucking do something.
Fucking do it.
Just rewrite it. Just rewrite it and just come up with these ideas and just make them work. And they worked. So
right on. Good song. Check that out. Fallen Hero Star. Check that out on Spotify or Apple Music, wherever you get music on streaming. It's up there. My number 3 is Shadows Fall. Welcome to the Machine. And it's such a different song from the original, from Pink Floyd's original.
But still maintains the same feel.
Yeah, because they have the sound effects, the synthesizers in the background too, which is really cool, and it kind of got a little chugging going on with the way the melody goes, and I think they did that song perfectly as a cover. It still stands out. I still gotta listen to that song, put it in my Shadows Fall playlist all the time.
And what's great about that cover is it stands alone.
It does.
But the original still stands alone.
It does too.
So like you can listen to both almost back to back, like 2 different songs. And it's this weird dynamic because the cover still maintains the feel of the original, but it's still different enough to make them almost like different songs to where you can listen to them back to back and be like, this one's awesome and this one's awesome. Yeah. And they're both
really good. Shadows Fall did an amazing job with that song covering it. Number 2, literally 1 and 2 can kind of be interchangeable to me. Is Chris Cornell's. My number 2 is Chris Cornell's cover of Billie Jean. Just fucking this motherfucker.
So you've got 2 Michael Jackson covers.
2 Michael Jackson covers.
Just pointing that out.
Whatever.
So Billie Jean, great.
Smooth
Criminal, Alien Ant Farm.
Fucking think whatever you want. I don't care. This is my list. But Chris Cornell's version of Billie Jean is just fucking flawless. If you can check that out live too, he fucking kills that song. It's such a well-written, different song than the original. And that's what you gotta do. You gotta make it different. Yeah, that motherfucker I still think he's like God. Yeah. Just singing. God is singing when he sings. Dude, it's ridiculous. You love that cover, right?
Of course. Yes, of course. It's fantastic.
Yeah. My number 1, I'll go number 1 now. Johnny Cash Hurt. Johnny Cash Hurt, baby. He makes that fucking song so painfully awesome.
Yeah. It's great. It's great.
The original is 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah.
And
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
The original does not matter.
No. That
does not.
That cover he did, it's almost the original. I'd rather listen to the Johnny Cash version than the 9 Inch Nails version. Actually, like
close.
Seven Dust covered it too, like live, not like fully like in studio covered.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what? Here's my problem with that is that Clint sang it.
Yes, Clint sang it. Yeah, he's a good singer. I like his voice.
He's fine. He's fine, but he doesn't have the gravitas that Cash has. But LeJohn of Seven Dust has that gravitas, that kind of that depth and that dirt in his voice, that soul in his voice.
Yeah. I can see what you mean.
Like every time I hear that live version of that song, I think to myself, God, I would love to hear LeJohn sing this song because it would probably be amazing. Because he has that gravitas in his voice, that pain, that sorrow, that kind of. There's a depth there that Clint is a good singer and he can carry a tune. Yeah. But that song is not about that.
No.
That song is not about hitting notes and carrying a tune. It's not at all.
Just pain and
exactly.
And just
there's a feeling there.
And
I feel like LeJohn could have hit that. Maybe not duplicated what Cash could do because Cash was almost off key. right?
Yeah.
Like he's off key, but his voice is so perfect. Oh, yeah. Not because it's note perfect, because it's not. It's bordering on off key, but it's perfect from just a feel and emotion standpoint. And there's a soul to it that is unduplicatable, basically.
Yeah. No one could sing that song like Johnny Cash.
But I feel like Lejeune could have given it a far better shot than Clint. I feel like Clint was like, hey, I really love this song. Yeah, I really want to sing it live. So this is just going to be my spot. I'll play the acoustic guitar and sing it live. And they were like, okay, cool, do it. But if they want to do a true cover, it's Lejeune singing that. It has to be Lejeune singing that song. Because
some of us, you hear us, do it.
Hey, I'm not hating Clint. You know I love you. You know you're my boy. Everybody in that band is fantastic. So I love that band so much. I always feel like Lejeune could have given that song a little bit more gravitas.
There you go. I'm gonna go ahead and do my honorable mentions real quick before you get to yours. Them Boots by Megadeth is a pretty interesting cover. It's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. It's an interesting
pick.
It's not bad. No More Tears by Black Sabbath. Or Black Label Society. That's what I meant. Whatever. No More Tears by Ozzy, or covered of Ozzy.
I thought about that one.
Yeah.
I thought about it. I love the BLS version.
Yeah.
But I just love the Ozzy version that much more.
I love his voice. Ozzy's voice.
And the bass. Yeah. And just that heavy, mean-ass guitar. Yeah. The guitar solo. Like, it's a perfect song. Yeah. It's one of those songs that's just perfect. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't change anything about it. No, BLS, what was great is they did what you were saying was that they made it their own. They changed it. It's a great cover. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I love hearing it. But it just doesn't quite reach the level of the original to me. Yeah. And that's what stops it from being.
I agree with that.
Stops it a little short.
Holy Diver, Kill Switch Engage.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
How I Just Killed a Man, Rage Against the Machine.
Good
cover from Cypress.
Good.
Painkiller Death.
That's a good one.
It's a good one. Very good one. I just love his voice in that song. It's
pretty nasty.
It's very nasty.
Pretty nasty.
Pretty fucking nasty. Fear Factory Cars.
Yes, he's good. Yeah.
To end, does it end that album, right? Cars ends that obsolete
album? It didn't originally, but then it was released as a bonus song at the end of that album. Okay. And I'm a huge fan of that album. And if you guys know Fear Factory, and you probably don't, you might have heard of them.
Probably.
But this Obsolete, the album that this is on, is a fantastic concept album.
You gotta buy it. You actually buy the fucking album.
And you gotta read through the story with the lyrics. And there's just this, by the time it ends, there's this feeling like it's very cinematic. The best way I've always been able to describe it is very cinematic. It's like watching a movie.
Yeah.
And then I feel like Cars is the credits.
It's credits. Yeah.
Right? So the credits roll. Yeah. The credits roll and Cars starts. And it's a great cover. It's a great cover, but if you think about it in that context of it's very cinematic in a movie, like the music is very cinematic and it's like a movie unfolding, the story and everything, and the narrative. And then the movie ends very like dark and epically. And then the credits roll and that song plays, and I'm just like, I'm picturing it like I'm watching a movie like in a theater, and just going like, "Fuck, this is awesome."
Good shit, right there.
And it makes the song that much better, cover that much better.
Check that one out. I got one more. Hailstorm, Straight Through the Heart, off that Ronnie James Dio tribute album. Really good cover from Hailstorm. Hailstorm kind of nails a lot of good covers, so check them out. They're a really good band.
A little poppy for me.
Yeah,
little poppy.
Whatever. I don't care. Lizzie Hale's got a great fucking voice.
Fucking pop metal. What's next? We're going to talk about Evanescence?
How'd you guess? Okay, I guess it's his turn.
Sorry. I didn't mean to rain on your parade too hard.
I can't talk
just talking shit over here. I mean, that's all.
I can't talk about Evanescence cover of Thoughtless from Korn, I guess.
Wait a minute. Evanescence covered Thoughtless?
Live. Not like studio, but live they did, yeah.
Well, that's pretty much studio because they didn't actually play live. They played to a tape. Yes, I was there.
Just go.
Are you a fan of that band?
No, not really. Not really.
Jesus
not really.
Christ, you act like
that's a good cover though.
Act like I shit in your cereal. Of course, a good cover. They're a studio band. Can't play it live though.
Give me your top 5 or whatever you fucking are going. You crank motherfucker.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Spit on Evanescence and like insult your freaking manhood over there. Jesus,
whatever.
I know you're such a fan. Woo,
that's Tom.
Yeah, Hailstorm and Evanescence.
Hailstorm's way better.
You know what? We're gonna go to a show, right? It's gonna be Hailstorm opening for Evanescence. It's gonna be like just a goth pop's dream, wet dream, right?
Actually, I think it happened.
Yeah, and I'm sure you were there, right?
I wish.
But you will be down in the pseudo pit. It's not really a pit; it's like a fake pit. And then I'll be in the back drinking beer, checking out chicks or something.
Whatever. Just shut up. Give your top. Whatever.
Yeah,
what's your cover song?
I got off on a rant there, didn't I?
Fuck.
Are you sick of this yet?
I'm sick. What's your top 5? You got a top 5.
So, what's interesting about this is I kind of thought I would have more. Like I kind of thought it would be more like my instrumentalist, like my whatever the one before that was. It was a lot.
Yeah.
Closing songs that was before that. So I kind of thought it would be like that, but when I started looking at it, I'm like, maybe there's not as many. Now you did mention a couple that I did not have on here that will probably make my honorable mentions. They're escaping me now, but. Yeah. There was a couple that you mentioned that I was like, oh yeah, I should put that in my honorable mentions, but whatever.
You got a top 5 or just naming songs?
What are you getting like impatient over there?
A little bit.
Well, fuck off. I'm going to take longer now. So no, I'm not. I'm going to get to it because I'm rambling stupidly. Right. So number 5, I'm going to go Billie Jean, Chris Cornell.
Number 5. So all
right. You took a few of my top 5 here, so I'm going to leave with that.
Good minds think
alike. So this is a fantastic cover. So Chris Cornell goes without saying. I feel like a lot of people have jumped on him lately, but I just have to say, and this is, I guess, tooting my own horn a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to do it, but I've been a gigantic Chris Cornell fan since literally the 6th grade, when you were probably just being born, and I was a gigantic Soundgarden fan. It's only, well, no, you weren't just being born. No.
I was probably like 2nd or 1st grade.
5 years old.
Whatever.
It's not that much.
Whatever.
But anyway, I was a huge Soundgarden fan from when they first started, and everybody else was in Nirvana. I was always waving the Soundgarden flag and being like, this band's way better, this guy's way better, blah, 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 blah. His solo stuff came out. I was into his solo stuff, even though it was very different from Soundgarden. It is very different. Yes. Still great music, great songwriting. Billie Jean's amazing, and you mentioned how great he sings the song, but I want to point out that he is not at his best here.
No,
he's not, because I'm pretty familiar with his background because I'm a super fan. But he was still smoking at this time. This is before he quit, and his voice was raspier, and you can hear it in the song. Doesn't necessarily hurt it though. No. He can't hit the notes quite like he used to. Yeah. However, it does add a certain gravitas, like we were talking about with Johnny Cash, right? Where it adds there's a certain kind of dirtiness.
Dirt. Yeah,
like it's just kind of like
dirt in there.
Yeah, it's just kind of like he's like when he still does the yell, like he still hits the yell notes that he's famous for, but there's like you can hear a throaty kind of rasp behind it. It's there.
Distortion, right there.
Exactly, it's distortion. It's a good word. So. That's a great one. I'm going to go number 4. I'm going to go "Remember Tomorrow" by Metallica.
Okay.
So this is one of my favorite Iron Maiden songs.
Yeah.
I love this song. It's pre Bruce Dickinson. It's with Paul Di'Anno on vocals.
Yeah.
And this kind of goes back to what I was saying. What I love about Metallica songs is they tend to pick deep cuts.
They do.
They don't cover the obvious shit.
Very deep. Yeah. Very
deep. To go a Paul Di'Anno Iron Maiden song, because you could cover Bruce Dickinson and go "Hallowed Be Thy Name" or something, "Run to the Hills," Trooper, all the famous Iron Maiden songs. You could go something like that, but they go Paul Di'Anno, pre-Bruce Dickinson, stuff that nobody listens to unless you're a big Iron Maiden fan, right? And "Remember Tomorrow" is one of their best songs.
Yeah.
Bruce Dickinson or not, it's a fantastic song.
Good song.
And Metallica absolutely crushes it. They make it their own, as they always do with their covers. It's faithful, but diverges at the same time. right? They add some elements in there that are different from the original, but still super faithful at the same time, which is what they do with every cover, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much every cover.
So
Metallica's king.
It's great. It's fantastic. And Opeth, shout out, also covered this song. It's great.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Metallica's is better.
Yeah.
That's right, I said it. But Opeth is still really good too. Right. So I think number 3, I'm going to go with Metallica again, Turn the Page. I'm going back to back here.
Back to back Metallica.
So
this is why I keep
Turn the Page to me, there's a lot of great things about this. For one, it's perfectly in James's wheelhouse.
Yes, it is.
It
fits
tailor-made it's tailor-made for him.
Yeah.
He has so much soul.
Mm-hmm.
And as I've dabbled in singing a little bit, not a whole lot. The most I do is a little bit of karaoke, but there's a lot of shit that he sings that's really, really hard to sing, right? It's actually, he doesn't get as much credit as he deserves. A lot of stuff that he does is really hard to sing. Yeah. Turn the Page is not one of them. Turn the Page is actually fairly easy to sing, but it's what he does with it, the soul that he puts into it, and it just fits in so much. He brings it up when it needs to be brought up. He adds, nuances where he needs to add them.
Yeah.
I feel like Bob Seger and James Hetfield are kind of kindred spirits.
Almost, yeah.
They're really kind of like the same guy from different eras. They really kind of are, and different genres, of course, too. But they really kind of fit well together. The slide guitar taking the place of the saxophone. I mean, come on. I mean, I love playing that as a guitar player. I love just getting the slide, just going crazy, and having that be there. I love saxophone. Don't get me wrong, but slide guitar. Come on. I mean, that's just genius to me. It's so simple. Like, it's just a simple idea. It's like, hey, instead of the saxophone, I'll just play a slide guitar with a wah. And it's like, it sounds like so simple, but it's a fucking great idea. Anyway, great cover song. Number 2, Rusty Cage, Soundgarden.
There you go. That's a good one. Yeah,
it's a Johnny Cash song. Soundgarden just destroys this song. Oh my
fucking good shit.
God.
Good song.
It's just, there's I
can't believe I forgot about that.
There's an intensity and to that song, like just a pure kind of go for the throat intensity that, and it's from Soundgarden's most intense album, probably Bad Motorfinger. It's not their most artistic album, but it's definitely their most intense and angry and aggro album. And this song fits that to a T. Like it opens the album. And it sets the tone. And it's like, okay, this is what you're getting from this album. To open an album with a cover song is always risky.
That is usually the end album.
But they made it their own. Like it's not a Johnny Cash song. It's a Soundgarden song. It is a Soundgarden song.
For a long time, I thought it was a Soundgarden song.
Yeah, it's not a Johnny Cash song. That is a Soundgarden song. Period. End of story. Book closed. Thanks for playing. We'll see you next time. It's a Soundgarden song. It's heavy as fuck. It's aggro as fuck. Chris Cornell just destroys the vocals on it. Like it's nutty. It's amazing. Number 1 with the bullets. You stole this one too.
I stole this one.
Is Hurt by Johnny Cash.
Good.
So I just mentioned how Rusty Cage is no longer a Johnny Cash song. It's a Soundgarden song. Well, Hurt is no longer a Nine Inch Nails song. It is a Johnny Cash song.
Agree.
Period.
Most people probably
end of story
would think that's a Johnny Cash. They probably wouldn't even know it's a Nine Inch Nails song.
Because he makes it his own. Like, I understand he didn't write it. Kudos to the person that did write it, Trent Reznor.
Yeah.
But Johnny Cash adds the emotion and the feeling behind it.
Yeah.
It is so painful and so heartbreaking. Like, you listen to it and it sounds like a man on his deathbed.
Exactly. Yeah.
And art is about conveying those type of feelings. Any form of art, whether it's music, whether it's painting, whether it's film, whatever. If you can get something that's that palpable in art, you have done your job as an artist. And it's hard to do.
No.
It's really, really hard to do. The writing is important. Don't get me wrong. I'm big on writing your own music and writing music that conveys that as well. But in this segment, we're talking about cover songs, so it kind of goes with the territory. So the covering artist has to paint a picture that is their own, right? Has to create a piece of art that stands alone, and that's the epitome of what he does here. It is an absolute, utter piece of art that would not exist were it not for him. Trent Reznor writing it did not make that.
Yeah.
He made his own version. But the piece of art that we all know and love the most would not exist if it wasn't for Johnny Cash.
Exactly.
So that's my number one.
Perfect. I agree with you.
It was. There's. Yeah. I mean, I kind of had to go with that as number one. Honorable mentions. You named them.
Yeah.
A couple of them. Welcome to the Machine. Shadows Fall. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I love it. It's a great version of that song. I love how it complements the original, but still being very different from the original. One little Van Halen, You're No Good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like You're No Good. It opens the second album, and it's just weird kind of when you listen to the first album, and then you go to the second album. It opens with a cover song again. Could be dangerous, right? Tricky,
very very dangerous.
But it's kind of dark and kind of foreboding, and it's just a different feel from like the party music of the first album, and then it's got this this nasty guitar work from Eddie it just has this like really really cool feel to it, and it's a great cover song, and it never gets old, and it's kind of the same thing again where it's kind of their song. Like who did the original? I don't remember. It's a Van Halen song. How I Could Just Kill a Man, Rage Against the Machine. Great cover of the Cypress Hill song. And Planet Caravan by Pantera.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not different. It's pretty much the same.
It is.
With
it is. So this is the one time. This is the one time where I would say what?
Go ahead.
This is the one time where I would say a kind of a duplicate is still great.
Yeah.
Because it is a duplicate, and I love the original as a psychedelic rock song, and you know what kind of helps it, honestly? Yeah. I think it helps it coming at the end of the Far Beyond Driven.
That's what I was going to say. You come off of that face melting fucking awesome of an album, and you fucking dial it back to end in that album,
and it ends the album on a somber note.
Exactly. And I think that's perfect way to end.
And you get some great guitar playing from Dime in there. Some fantastic guitar playing, as only he can do. It's very easy, very loose, but very technical at the same time. It's a great listen. Great listen. And there was a couple of others on yours, like Painkiller is another one that could have been an honorable mention.
I'm surprised you didn't mention.
Am I Evil? Am I Evil? I totally forgot about it, which is stupid. That could have made it in my top 5, but definitely an honorable mention.
Korn's Another Brick in the Wall. I'm surprised you didn't mention that. You're a big fan of that. Or Marilyn Manson's Sweet Dream.
Nope. It's a negative ghostwriter.
No?
Another Brick in the Wall. Okay, Sweet Dreams. Give me a fucking break. The original is way better. Okay. You know evidence of that? The Quicksilver scene in X-Men Apocalypse. That's all you need.
Found it.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. I agree. Right. That's all we got. That's our top 5. What is your top 5 cover songs? Cover songs.
Come on, everybody likes
cover songs, right? I'm working on a cover myself. I'm going to cover WAP. So hopefully you check that out right there, and coming to you in the next couple months, you'll see WAP.
What's WAP?